show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're looking at the Neca Alien Resurrection Deluxe Newborn action figure. Now this is the Newborn from the film Alien Resurrection, and the Newborn is a sort of human and alien hybrid that came out of the womb of the alien queen. Yes, you heard me, the womb. The alien queen had human DNA mixed with hers, so it had human reproductive cycle. Now this character is creepy looking, but it's really a horrible design. Alien Resurrection kinda killed the franchise. Movie was almost like a parody, didn't fully take itself seriously. It definitely has some cool parts, but the Newborn is really not one of them. It's a horrible design, but NECA turned a horrible design and made a great figure out of it. Not the first time they've done that. We never got an Alien 5, and I kind of think that the Newborn had a small part to play in that. Alien Resurrection as a whole is the reason that happened. The Queen birthed the Newborn, and he turned around and immediately killed her, thinking Ripley was his mother. I personally hate when aliens fight each other. I think, frankly, it sucks. So let's check out the packaging here. Alien Resurrection. You can see it's got the large eye instead of the eye in Alien, kind of like some of the movies have done, and you can see an alien kind of climbing his way out of there. Deluxe Newborn action figure. Top of the package, same thing, Alien Resurrection, Deluxe Newborn. Side, same thing, little NECA logo at the bottom. Other side, same thing, once again. And at the bottom here, we've got a barcode, as well as several credits. And then on to the back, you can see a little story about the Newborn, Ripley with the large Newborn next to her. Here they are kind of hugging. Here they are kind of hugging again. And then here he is in distress, presumably getting sucked out of the airlock. So this is NECA's ultimate window box packaging. This is a deluxe figure, a little bit larger than a standard figure. Of course, you can open it. The inside of the flap, you see the Newborn creeping around, looking kind of scary. And then here he is. They had to bend his legs to get him to fit inside of this packaging here. Now, H.R. Geiger, that made the original design for the Alien, I remember him seeing this. They did not involve him in this film. I remember him being quoted as saying something like, "It looks like a giant turd." He hated it. The fans hated it. It does look kind of creepy because it has the human-esque look to it, but it wasn't what I wanted. So, with no further ado, let's open her up. And then, of course, I did end up getting two of this figure because, frankly, you can never have too many aliens. Alright, well, now that we got this guy out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. And he really does not come with any traditional accessories, just a pretty elaborate stand. But before we take a look at that, let's take a look at the actual figure. So like I said before, this guy's pretty creepy. He's really tall and kind of difficult to stand. I'm not much of a stand guy. When a company like NECA, that doesn't normally include a stand, includes one with a figure like this, you know he's going to be hard to stand. Look at his face, sunken eyes, kind of humanish, alien characteristics merged together. The nose, the mouth, kind of crooked looking, really awkward. The side of that thing, kind of like an alien mouth, but humanized. The articulation here is a pretty cool feature, but it does kind of ruin the aesthetic, makes it look kind of odd. He's all skinny, scrawny, bony. Got this here. Frankly, it looks like a large vagina. I don't believe it's supposed to be imitating the incision that Ripley had, because frankly that doesn't make any sense. It's not in the DNA. I think it's just picking up more human characteristics. And I guess when I say he, I should probably say she. You can see his legs, and it's a hard habit to break. Overall, a very creepy figure for a very disappointing movie. It has a few redeemable aspects, but this guy is not one of them. And then here are both the figures out of the package. Next, let's take a look at her stand. The stand comes into 4 pieces, and it seems like a pretty elaborate stand, which is nice. So this part here is obviously the base of the stand. You can see it's got some holes here. We've got this long pole piece with some different articulated points. You put the pegs into the holes. And of course, there's only really one way to do it. This bottom peg is designed a certain way. snaps into place. And then you can see the stand able to hold the figure. And then there are two more pieces. So you're able to plug this piece in if you want to extend the stand even further. And then once that's done, you can put this piece in here, which is able to clip on to your actual figure. It has sort of a little piece at the bottom, and it can move the clamp. So it's a pretty cool thing here. Unfortunately, I am not much of a stand guy. I take these stands, throw into a huge box of stands, never to be seen again. I really don't like the way these stands interrupt the visual on your shelves. I would personally rather lean this guy against the back of the shelf than use a stand for it. I can already tell he's going to be hard to stand on his own. This guy's going to be a lot of fun on the shelves, I say in a sarcastic voice. And then in addition to that, the stand itself is pretty tall, but it is adjustable. It has the means here to go all the way this low, so you can have them in different positions or back up. So the stand could potentially work for different figures or different poses. So as you can see, it can hold him in his completely most upright position. And if you wanted to have her all weird and creepy on the ground, the stand can hold her like that too. Next, let's check out the height of this figure. This is a NECA figure, typically the 7-inch scale, but this newborn is considerably large, deluxe, and tall. So from feet to head, this figure is sitting at right around 11 inches, maybe just a hair above. Next, let's check out this figure's articulation. So let's go ahead and start with the head here. So look at this figure. God, it's creepy looking. Look at his face. His mouth is articulated, can open quite a bit and shut. Looking forward to see if this is going to be able to hold a NECA figure's head in it. In the film, it was killing people by that. Just literally going, biting the top of their head and smashing it. No inner jaw, as you can see. It's blank there. I mean, this is sort of a cross between a human and a xenomorph in every possible way. Next, he does have articulation in the middle of his head. He didn't have anything like this in the film, did not seem to move there. But this is going to allow you to give this guy so much more personality. It's pretty nice. It's ball joint. So you can go up and down quite a bit. And then side to side as well. Like I said before, it gives him a lot of personality. Kind of look down at the side, etc. It does make it look weird, though, at the top. So next, look at his shoulders. They go out about that far, not 90 degrees. Notice I said his shoulders. I'm having a really hard time, his or her. I always sort of looked at this as a him, but certain features are making me want to say her. So anyway, they go out about that far on a ball joint side there, up, down, around. I must say, kudos to this figure as a whole. Able to free up every single joint with complete ease, nothing stuck compared to the usual alien articulation. Usually NECA figures have a ton of problems and a ton of stuck joints. This guy was smooth sailing. So his elbow here, swivel at the top, swivel at the bottom as well. Double jointed, has a piece of plastic between the bicep and forearm. So the top part can move about that far, and the bottom part that far to finish it out. Almost allow you to go completely back in. Then his wrist can go around, and it's hinged as well. Here's kind of like his ab crunch. Got a ball joint inside of there. Allows him to go around. Not all the way. It's about as far as you can get him. And he can look up and down just a little bit as well. Not a lot of range of motion, but it helps. Absolutely nothing down here. Then his hips. There's a hinge. They can go out about that far. More perhaps if you move this where it's not going to obstruct anything. But they're on a ball joint as well. So you go up, down, and out and about. Completely up, absolutely no problem. His knees, of course, they've got a swivel at the top. And then they are double jointed. Here's the bottom part moving back. And then the top part goes all the way back as well. Then his sort of next set of knees, of course, it's also going to be swivel at the top. And then it can go that far in. Then his foot, it can go around, rock, completely able to tilt and rock that way, and then can go up and down about that far, and that far as well. Next, let's check this guy out compared to some other Alien figures, starting with some other Alien Resurrection figures. So here he is next to the Alien Resurrection Queen. That was the first figure NECA released to jumpstart their Alien Resurrection collection, which is only going to be a total of 4 figures. Next figure out is Ripley 8, and I actually just noticed she's available at NECA's eBay and Amazon stores today. I'm going to wait until the Warriors release and get them at the same time, and that will complete our Alien Resurrection collection. Can't imagine we're going to get anybody else. I would absolutely personally love a Cal figure or an accessory set with some of the other Ripley clones, but I think that'd be too freaky even for NECA. You can see both these guys are in their complete, most upright position, and the Queen is considerably taller than Newborn, but the Newborn is pretty big also. The Queen is not even a full 2 times as big as Newborn. And then here she is next to a couple of Alien Resurrection Warriors. These are actually not NECA figures, these are older McFarlane figures. The NECA Alien Resurrection Warrior has not been released yet. It is scheduled to come out on August 14th, but then again, so is Ripley, and she released on August 1st. So I'm expecting these guys hopefully tomorrow or the next couple days after that. And then even though NECA and McFarlane had their chances at Alien Resurrection back a long time ago, Hasbro had a crack at Alien Resurrection. They made more basic figures back in the day. I've had this Newborn from the Hasbro line for many, many years. It sizes up okay compared to a normal Alien. It's about their size. But the Newborn should be a lot larger. So let's look at these guys next to each other for a second. You can see their heads, considerably different. Faces, pretty similar. This guy's definitely way better. Overall body, this guy left out a certain part to keep it public store friendly. And then here she is next to all the figures I have from the Hasbro Alien Resurrection collection. I got the normalist looking alien they made. They made some other really crazy looking ones. I got the Newborn. He looked pretty regular, movie-ish. And then I got Cal and Ripley up front here. Really cool they actually made a Cal figure for this line. Unfortunately, she is very dated and a little bit too short for NECA figures. Really hope NECA would eventually make a Cal. That'd be pretty cool. Next, let's check her out compared to some other recent NECA Alien releases. Here are 2 of the Superman vs. Aliens San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2-packs. Pretty cool figure. Honestly, Newborn doesn't look that tall compared to these guys. They're only about an inch or so shorter. I do believe this alien here is going to be on the Alien Resurrection body for the Alien Resurrection Warrior. So looking forward to perhaps putting these guys together on the shelf. And then here she is next to the recently released Alien 3 Creature Pack. This had the Bambi Burster, basically a dog alien chest burster, the Queen Facehugger, a Rottweiler named Spike, and a premature young queen. And then here she is next to a couple of Alien Club exclusive alien figures. And then here she is next to the aliens from the 1994 Alien vs. Predator arcade game collection. These are some recently released aliens with some absolutely unique and exquisite detail from NECA. And then here she is next to Dutch and Lynn. These are 2 human figures from the 1994 Alien vs. Predator arcade game. These guys came in a 2-pack. And then here she is next to Aliens Series 13. This is a Kenner tribute wave consisting of the Snake Alien, Scorpion Alien, and Kenner Apone. Series 14 is a 2-figure wave with Ripley 8 from Alien Resurrection and the Alien Resurrection Warrior. And that wave is dropping now. We don't actually know what Series 15 is, but if I were to guess, it's either going to be Aliens vs. Predator Requiem figures or it's going to be the Alien 40th anniversary figures if those aren't on their own, sort of side wave. Next, let's check her out next to a couple of aliens that are colored similarly to her. Here she is next to a couple of concept big chaps. And then here she is next to a couple of albino xenomorphs. And then here she is next to several neomorph figures from Alien Covenant. And then here she is next to a couple of sewer mutation aliens. This was a 2018 Comic-Con exclusive Ninja Turtle version of the Alien. And then here's the Newborn next to a couple of engineer figures from Prometheus. And then here it is next to a couple of Ultimate Predator figures. This is the Ultimate Jungle Hunter and Ultimate City Hunter. And then here's the Newborn next to the NECA Ultra Upgrade Assassin Predator from The Predator. Ever since we saw some good quality pictures of the Newborn, I thought it's going to be really, really cool to pin these guys against each other. They're both super deluxe, super large, super tall, oversized figures. Both some badasses of the different species. Although I sure wouldn't call the Newborn a badass, except for the figure is way better than the movie counterpart. And then here are two of the Newborn figures taking on two of the Deluxe Assassin figures. Boy, I love oversized figures. And then here she is next to several different human figures from NECA's Alien and Predator lines. And then here's the Newborn taking on a squad of Colonial Marines. Even though the Newborn's pretty strong, I don't think she stands a chance versus this squad. And then here's the Newborn taking on a Power Loader. Both pretty nice, large size, deluxe figures or whatnot. Next, I would like to compare the Newborn to Alien figures from each of the various Alien films, starting with the Big Chap from Alien. NECA is going to be releasing an Ultimate Big Chap, I believe at November area before the year ends. That is for Alien's 40th anniversary. And then here she is next to a couple of Ultimate Xenomorphs from the 1986 film Aliens. And then here she is compared to a couple of dog aliens from Alien 3. You can see one of them on all fours and one of them in his most upright position. They're also going to be releasing an Ultimate Dog Alien in the near future, October, November area. And then here she is next to a couple of Alien Resurrection Warriors. Once again, these are from McFarlane Toys, not NECA. NECA's Alien Warrior from Resurrection should be dropping any day now. And then here she is next to a couple of Alien Warriors and the Grid Alien from Alien vs. Predator. And then here she is next to an Alien Warrior and the Pred Alien from Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. And then here she is next to a couple of Deacons from Prometheus. And then here she is next to a couple of Alien Warriors from Alien Covenant. This design is a little bit reminiscent of the Newborn in the sense of they're not very mechanical, a little bit more organic looking, and the Newborn definitely is on that side of things. So all in all, I'm going to say this is a very solid figure as far as action figures go. The quality control is absolutely fantastic on this figure. It's been a while since I had a NECA figure that I touched everything and it came loose or came apart, or the shoulders, elbows, every little joint and a bit of articulation worked without having to stress about it breaking or heat it up or mess with it for long, long periods of time. I'm not one of those guys that says NECA sucks or quality control sucks, but NECA sucks or quality control sucks. I'm just kidding. NECA's absolutely fantastic. Their figures are gorgeous, but they do have some opportunities with articulation and joints being stuck and breaking. So if I were to rate this figure, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. My disgust or dislike for the Newborn in general does factor into that equation a little bit, so this figure might be worth an 8 out of 10 in someone else's book. But for me, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 overall score. Definitely happy to add him to my Alien collection, Alien Resurrection collection. He's a unique one-off alien, sort of. I do hate when aliens fight other aliens, so that annoys me. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.